What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another Tottenham update. And as the transfer window draws closer, a lot of rumours doing the rounds at the moment, and I'm sure that's only going to get more and more and more as the day goes by. But let's start off with a report from Santi Auna talking about Hugo Lloris. He says Nice have made youth product Hugo Lloris their priority signing for the summer. The Tottenham captain is open to returning on a free and is obviously out of contract at the end of the season. I mean, that would be a blow for us, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Ali Gold's saying they're currently in talks of over a contract and both sides are confident of agreeing one. So I guess this is what, look, I don't think Lloris should be in any rush to move back to France. I think Nice would still have him in a couple of years' time. I think he's had a brilliant season, hasn't he, Lloris, so far? You've got to say that. Yeah. And he seems to be aging really well.
Like a fine wine.
Exactly. That's how they put it these days, don't they? So, I hope we can agree a deal, unless he's like really, really wants to move back to France for some reason. Then I think we should really try and give him a new contract.
Completely agree.
Because I think he's been brilliant and he doesn't seem like he's slowing down anytime soon. And he's what, 33, 34? So he might have he's probably got a couple of years left in him.
We need to sign him up on that contract. There's no one that we can bring in that's going to be better than him.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's no reason why he shouldn't sign, I don't think.
Let's move on. Talking about the goalkeeping situation, Sam Luckhurst says that Tottenham are monitoring the Dean Henderson situation at Manchester United with a view of a summer transfer. I think Ralph Rangnick has actually come out today and said that he's not leaving in January. He has no chances even on loan on January. What do you make out of Dean Henderson? Would you like to see him come in?
I like Henderson. I've said it before. I'm a big fan of his. I think at Man United he hasn't never quite nailed down the number one spot. I remember, I think it was last year they played Sheffield United and he had a chance, he had an opportunity to impress, and then I think he got tackled and they scored from it. So I think that was probably a big marker down for him. But I think it's such a great year at Sheffield United, and he's a big, strong goalkeeper who has good command of his area. He's got good kicking as well. So
young as well, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's young. So I think he's definitely a viable option for us, and he's English. At the moment I know Pickford's number one, but no reason why someone like Henderson, if he got regular game time at a club like Spurs, couldn't challenge for that spot. So he would be very high in my consideration if I was Tottenham hierarchy. I think there are better keepers out there right now, but he could grow into one of the top keepers, I think, for top English keepers.
When you're talking about better keepers out there, you're talking about better keepers that we can sign, or better keepers generally out there?
I mean, are there better keepers we can sign? There might be, but they're probably a bit older. They're not have the longevity that Henderson could potentially have. So I think if we can get a good deal for him, if Lloris is going to leave, he would be quite high up on my list.
All right, let's move on. Fabrizio Romano has been talking. He says Matt Doherty has serious chances to leave Tottenham in January. That's if anyone will take him, that is.
To be fair, he's done quite well, I think, when he's come in recently under Conte. I actually think he's done okay.
Doing quite well for him is still not good enough for us.
No, I'm saying when I'm talking about other people.
Right.
Yeah, no, I don't want him at Tottenham. I think he needs to leave. I think it hasn't worked out. I don't think he's the right fit. I don't think he's good enough for us. But I think
he gets a Premier League move.
Potentially, if it's a good deal. I don't think we recoup the 13 million we got for him. We paid for him. But I think if a cheap deal, I reckon, could easily see him at Norwich or someone down there. They might take a
Burnley, someone like that.
Yeah, Burnley for sure. I think they would love him at Burnley. I think he'd do really well there.
All right, we'll have to see how this one plays out, but I do expect a lot of Doherty rumours over the course of January.
Back to Wolves?
Maybe back to Wolves. You never know. But they do have Semedo, and they've got someone else as well right back.
Semedo's not done that great, though, has he?
No, but I think he's still better than Doherty.
Maybe. I don't know. He's not so great.
FC Internews are claiming that Tottenham have made contact with Stefan de Vrij's agent over a possibility of signing the defender, and that follows on from Fabrizio Romano, who said Tottenham will look for a centre-back in January.
Yeah.
So obviously he's one who we've spoken about a lot, who we both really admire. What do you think the chances are of him getting through the door?
All depends on Inter Milan and what kind of price they put him. I think definitely he'd be interested in coming. I know they're in the title race at the moment in Italy, but they did win the league last year, and a chance probably to play under Conte again will probably be a very attractive prospect for him, I'd assume. So I reckon he'd be willing to come, and I reckon if Conte wants him, we'd probably go fairly high in terms of how much we're willing to pay. But at 29, is he now? Yeah. probably wouldn't want to pay too much over the odds. But if Conte is desperate for him, I can see us like 35, maybe 40 at push. Doubt 40, but between 35 and 40, I reckon might be a number for us. We're willing to go to.
I mean, I'd love to get him through the door. Imagine a back three of him on the left, Dyer in the middle, and Romero on the right.
Yeah, I think he likes to play. If I remember rightly, I think he likes to play in the centre.
Oh, does he? Okay,
think so.
I thought he was more on the left side.
Stoney plays on the left.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
And you got Skriniar on the right. Yeah. I think him in the centre. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Maybe it's a view of Roden leaving.
Yeah,
and him
I was about
coming
to say.
in.
Yeah. Well, if we can bring him in instead of Roden, I mean, that would be massive.
Look, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant centre back, and I'll be massively in favour of.
Would he
him
replace Dyer as our first choice?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think he's better than Dyer. Yeah.
All right, let's move on and let's go to Charlie Eccleshare. He says sources close to Pep Guardiola still stress that Harry Kane is the perfect player for them, and Harry Kane still has a lot of admirers in Manchester.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
But you know, with them selling Ferran Torres, they'll be looking in the market in January or potentially even in the summer to sign a big player up there. Do you not think they try go in again?
I don't think I want to deal with Tottenham again. I think look, it's 150. Look, it's 150 million, and that's the price. I just don't think they're going to go there. I don't think they're going to waste their time. Tottenham in the summer had a hard line of he's not for sale. The only way that deal was going to happen is if Kane was pushing for it, and he tried to push for it, and they still couldn't get the deal done. Now Conte's at the helm. You think Conte's going to accept Kane leaving? No chance. No chance.
Yeah. Look, it's all well and good saying that, but his contract is running down. 2 years
matter.
left in the summer. If he goes out around to Levy says...
So you talk about it again in the summer, not Conte will not accept Kane leaving in January.
Yeah, fine, January, but if it comes again in the summer and Kane goes to him, look, I'm not signing a contract, do you not think there's a deal to be done there?
You got to assess that in the summer. We're talking about January now. January ain't no chance. Absolutely no chance.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Dusan Vlahovic again. Sky Sports saying that Fiorentina wants 70 million for Dusan Vlahovic in January. Daniel Longo saying that Tottenham intend to soon present a new offer to Fiorentina for Vlahovic, but the striker has indicated that his favourite destination is Juventus. Demasio says that Vlahovic agent thinks that Manchester United, Tottenham or Manchester City are more of a fit to him rather than Arsenal. So where do you think this is going to go?
I can't see it being Tottenham. Much as I'd love it, the only reason he would sign for us right now is because of Conte, probably. That's the only reason I can see us, because right now, like Juventus, there's much more route to the first team at Juventus because of Mourinho. He's much better than Morata, isn't he? You know, at Man United, he's got an aging Ronaldo and Cavani. Cavani's could be leaving, so definitely a route into the first team there. Man City, they need a striker, and at Spurs we have Harry Kane. You know, who's in his prime and 28 years old. Is he? And we've got Son as well, who can play up front. So I'm not saying he would come and not get any game time. Of course he would, but you know, he'd get more money elsewhere. He would be guaranteed a first team spot elsewhere, and more likelihood of a trophy. So unless Conte can really convince him that Tottenham is the best place for him, and also they're probably more likely to stump up the cash than we are as well. So I don't see an avenue except for the manager where he's more likely to come to Tottenham than any of those clubs.
Yeah, I completely
As much
agree.
as I'd love it, and I want to believe that he'll come here. I want to, and I reckon he probably would come to Spurs. If they're not loads of clubs in for him, if we're in a race between maybe two of us, we maybe could convince him. But if it's like Juventus and United and City are all after him, how can we convince him to come in?
Yeah, especially if the clubs that we're going against are in the Champions League as well.
Yeah, I just don't see a logical reason for him to come. The only reason is if they're really not that interested, and we're showing that we're really interested in him, and we've got
We need
Conte
Don Fabio
desperate.
to do his persuasive skills. That's what we need.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to convince him, but it's just a lot of things need to go right for this deal to happen in our favour. But we'll see.
Yeah, we
Never
shall
know.
see. I got a feeling that he's not even going to go anywhere this in January. I think he's going to run down his contract. That's what I think he's going to do.
That makes sense.
Let's move on. The Sun are reporting that Celtic manager has revealed that signing Cameron Carter-Vickers permanently is a New Year priority. The Celtic boss is keen to get a £6 million deal for the on-loan Spurs defender completed during the winter break. And look, that will be Finally.
Well, if we reject it, if we can't get a deal done, just give him a new contract.
Exactly.
It'll be fine. Yeah, look, 6 million would be great, wouldn't it? So that's good money through the door, considering probably a player probably thought we would let go on a free a little while ago, but we kept giving another extension, another year extension.
It's time to close that book, isn't it?
Yeah, 6 million is a good deal, and it looks like he's found a home there at Celtic.
And last but not least, Heung-min Son has not been called up for any of South Korea's friendlies in January. They're playing Iceland on the 15th, Moldova on the 21st. And the KFA has made a rule. Well, they haven't made a ruling, but they've said that they're only going to be calling up players that play in the Korean League for these two friendlies.
Fantastic.
So music to our ears. Finally, we're getting something
Give him
from
a break.
Korea. Finally.
Exactly. Give him a break. Hasn't he given you enough? Bloody hell. Just save him for the tournaments and just leave him alone till then.
Little do we know, he was probably going to do like army service during that time.
Yeah, exactly. You never know with Sonny, But look, it's great news for us that he's not called up because he's not going to miss any Spurs game time. Also, considering the fact that teams who we're competing with are missing players through the AFCON, so we need to take advantage of that. Hopefully, while players are missing. So, good news that Son is staying around, and we need him because at the moment we don't have too many options going forward with Bergwijn being injured and whatnot. So we definitely need Sonny.
Yeah, and there's just been one more update regarding Nice and Lloris from Foot Mercato, saying negotiations between Hugo Lloris and Nice will intensify on Saturday, specifically Saturday.
Only on Saturday. Yeah. Oh, I see. We'll believe it or not. I don't know. We'll see.
From the 1st of January, they're able to speak to him. That's
right. Oh, it's 6 months. Yeah, true. Well, we have let it go this far, haven't we, with Lloris, to be fair, and we haven't got a deal done. So if he speaks to other clubs and he agrees a deal, we only have ourselves to blame for not getting him tied down. Yeah,
it'll be a kick in the teeth if he goes to Nice. It really would. But anyway, that is our Tottenham update. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding any of the news stories brought to you today. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.